and I am back on the trail. Back at the lovely North Carolina-Tennessee state line, headed up over that hill and onwards. I'm alone for the first time in 3 weeks. I've been hiking with other people the whole way, so it's exciting. A little nerve-wracking, definitely feeling some anxiety today, but I know once I get started, it'll be okay. It's a brisk morning, a little cold, a little chilly, but honestly, once I warm up, I might put on my rain jacket because the wind is strong, but otherwise I'm feeling pretty good. It's really quite beautiful out today. It's kind of cold, and last night everything froze after a huge rainstorm, so the trail is basically just ice in certain places. I'm just walking on a little frozen river, which is a little sketchy, but it's actually really pretty. Oh my gosh, there's a privy at this shelter. I'm rolling up right now to ice water shelter, which is ironic given the fact that literally the only water around here is frozen. I might stop. I think I'm gonna write in the logbook really quickly and then have a snack and then keep going to Charlie's Bunyan, which is next, but I'll take a longer break there. And then my plan for today is either a safe and solid 11 to Peck's Corner, or I might try and push 15 and get all the way to Tri-Corner Knob Shelter. And then tomorrow I could push another 18 and get all the way to Standing Bear and catch my friends tomorrow. So if I'm feeling good and I'm feeling bold, that might be what I'm gonna do. So I just met some people that I've been hearing about for the last 200 miles of this hike. Their names are Paperclip and Michelle, and they have been handing out AT 2021 tags that they made, and they've just been giving them out so they look a lot like the official ATC tag that you would get that they're not giving out this year, but they made them. So I finally got a 2021 tag, which is very exciting. Having a bit of lunch, my classic tortilla peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is my lunch view. Very exciting. And then I have 2 miles. 3 miles? 2 miles? And then I have a few more miles left to Peck's Corner. I made the decision to stop at Peck's Corner Shelter and just spend the night here instead of trying to push the extra 5 whatever miles it is to the next shelter, because I figure why bother pushing it. I'm still kind of like nursing my ankle and my feet after the pain from the insoles and whatever. I'll get there anyway. I think I'll just try to pull a couple bigger days between Standing Bear Farm, which is not tomorrow but the next day, and Hot Springs, and then I can catch my friends there. Also, there's some weather coming in, which I kind of am trying to teeter-totter around, so this way I'll be able to be inside the night that it rains really hard, and then the next day it's gonna freeze. The high is like 36 degrees, so the next day I'll be dry, and therefore I won't have to deal with stuff freezing and all that wet, frozen mess. Made to the shelter without too much problem. A nice 11-mile day. Hanging out here, having some dinner, hang out with people in shelter. Met up with some people who I haven't seen for 150 miles, so that was kind of crazy. There's a guy here, his name is Walking Buffalo, because he carries a wok with him, and he's cooking on a fire, making all kinds of cool stuff. That's kind of neat. It's kind of cold, so I'm thinking I'm going to get my sleeping bag here pretty quickly, but it's been a really good day. today I have a 13-mile day to Cosby something or other shelter. And it shouldn't be too bad, except for this first half mile off the trail. Have to go back up from the shelter, which is downhill, so that's a little unpleasant. But then a couple rolling hills, shouldn't be too bad. Supposed to be pretty warm today, even though right now it's pretty cold. So that should be nice. And then standing bear tomorrow. Planning on stopping pretty quickly here for lunch. I'm looking for an old helicopter pad that's up on this ridge. Apparently they used to fly helicopters and land them over here, so there's an old clearing, so I'm gonna go there for lunch. After that I have a lot of downhill, tiny bit more up, and then more down all the way to camp. And yeah, that is the rest of my day all planned out. Finished the last climb of the day, so it is Rice Krispie treat time. Only about 0.4 to the shelter, all downhill. Not too bad of a climb. Up and over, as per usual. Today's been very interesting because I think I've been very introspective today. It's funny because I forget sometimes how big this is, because it's kind of hard to comprehend how far 2,000 miles is and how long 6 months is when you're just thinking about it. But then today I was walking along and I was like, holy crap, I'm walking to Maine. That's such a crazy idea that I can't always believe that I'm actually doing it or that I'm going to actually make it. But I've already walked 220 some miles, and that's a lot. That's a lot of walking. I've been on the trail for almost a month on Thursday. And that's just a lot of time, and I'm kind of surprised about how fast it's gone by, but it also feels like I've been out here for decades. And I'm off in the rain. Today I woke up at about 6 to get up and get moving. It's a little past 7 right now because I'm trying to beat this afternoon's rain, which is supposed to be much worse. I'm kind of hoping I can get to Standing Bear Farm, which is a hostel, and get there sometime around noon or 1. That way I can hopefully be sure to get a bunk, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of hikers trying to get in there with this weather front that's coming in. And I can just hopefully beat a majority of the water that's going to be dumped on me later today. So, up and at 'em. Right when the birds were up and the sun started to come up, I was up. Well, I can think of no other way to leave the Smokies than in the pouring rain, because in true Smokies fashion, it's absolutely dumping on me. I'm pretty sure I'm in a cloud. I went through a gap a little while ago, and I could not see because the wind was blowing the rain so horizontally in my face. I couldn't see anything. Currently working my way up the first and only 2 miles of uphill today. I'm just kind of going continuously. I keep standing by/under trees to try and block the wind. Oh my goodness. The view today, am I right? Oh my gosh, my camera is still covered in water. The view today is truly spectacular. I hope, I'm almost to the top of this stupid mountain, and then it's literally all downhill till I hit I-40, which you have to go across, and then it's a little bit of uphill to Standing Bear. And honestly, this is kind of fun It does give you a little bit of a rush, but it's only that fun because I have a pretty strong confidence that I'm going to be inside someplace warm and dry, and I'll be able to dry everything I have, because if not, if you have anything wet tomorrow, it's gonna freeze. The high is 36 degrees, the high during the day, and then it's gonna drop somewhere in the teens at night. So like, stuff is gonna freeze and freeze bad and not thaw. I made it to the end of the Smokies. That's it. I gotta put my second half of my permit in this box, and then I'm done. I mean, I still have to walk another like 2.5 miles to Standing Bear Farm, but I'm done with the Smokies. And honestly, it was exactly what I expected. Terrible rain, got caught in 2 rainstorms. Yeah, thrilling, but also beautiful and fun and amazing, and I met a bunch of cool people, and I actually really enjoyed this part, even though it was hard. A lot of it was really hard. See you, Smokies. On to new things. Max Patch, Hot Springs, all fun stuff coming up next. My first power line crossing. So exciting. I can now very clearly hear I-40 that I'm about to cross underneath here shortly. And yeah, the clouds have moved out for a short period of time. I can still see them up in the mountains though. And we're done with the Smokies. It's so exciting. Little bit of trail magic. Oh, we got some apples. So exciting. Fresh fruit is always what I'm wanting at Trail Magic. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, real food and candy and sweets and drinks are also amazing, and I love them. But fresh fruit is so hard to come by out here that it really just delicious. Do I have to road walk on the whole freaking highway? Oh boy. Anywho, apple time. Only a mile of Standing Bear. Apparently I have to walk on the road for a while, so that's super fun. By far the sketchiest place the trail has gone. That was just like you're completely exposed, basically on a highway off-ramp. Here we are, Standing Bear Farm and Hostel. At Standing Bear Farm, about to head to sleep. I'm staying in the smokehouse, which is not finished yet, so I got it at a very cheap price, but it is still a private room right on the creek. Very nice, will be really nice once it's done. Had a good dinner that Maria, the owner, made. Spaghetti, some salad, and some like garlic bread. That was pretty good. Hung out with other hikers all day. Got a little resupply. I got my boxer. It had a box of Thin Mints in it, which was the greatest thing, for sure. And then tomorrow I'm planning on doing a hopefully 16-mile day, so I'm going to get up kind of early and just get started. That way I have more daylight, more time. It's going to be really freaking cold tomorrow. The high is 36 degrees, so that should be fun to deal with. But otherwise, things are going pretty well. Got a nice shower, washed my hair. That was all very exciting. I'm in some loaner clothes from the hostel, so I don't have to get any of my clothes dirty, which is also quite nice. And yeah, off to sleep we go. And then tomorrow it's back to the trail. 2 days to Hot Springs. Very excited. Gonna stew in those hot springs when I get there. Hopefully gonna meet up with Jolly Green in wetsuit again, so that's also very exciting. And good night.